What is up, everybody? Kenji back again for MTGO Traders, and this time we've got something a little bit different. I thought we'd swap it up from M19 Draft and maybe play a little Constructed of sorts. This deck has been making the rounds on the internet and did very, very well at the Team Pro Tour 25. So I thought we'd give it a go. It has 4 Teferi, 4 Nexus of Fate, and effectively it's a Turbo Fog deck, which means you use cards like Root Snare, Haze of Pollen to stop the early game beats from your opponent, and then eventually you win by getting Teferi online, kind of chaining through Nexus of Fates, and then either killing them through decking, as you can't deck, because you can either tuck your Teferi or just keep discarding Nexus of Fate or casting Nexus of Fate. Or you can eventually kill them with like a Karn token or a Nissa ultimate. But it's a very questionable deck. One, because, well, it's very hard to get Nexus of Fate as it was the Buy a Box promo. And so this card has risen dramatically in price in a lot of places. And, well, of course it has Teferi, which is just a very, very stupid Magic card. So let's take it for a spin, and we'll show you guys how the Turbo Fog deck works. Here we are for round 1 with our Turbo Fog deck. We are on the draw, but I cannot keep a 1-lander. So let's go down to 6. With a Scry, I think I'm going to keep this because we have Search for Azcanta in our hand, which is one of the most powerful cards in this deck. So let's keep Scry Supreme Will to the bottom and just try to hit a land in the next 2 draw steps would be ideal. Red deck is the deck that you want to play against. But we do need to hit some lands here. Yep, gonna need to hit a land next turn, otherwise we might be in a world of hurt. Although if we do hit a second land, and even a third, then we should be in good shape. Like a Botanical Sanctum here, or a Hinterland Harbor would be really, really nice. This deck is supposed to prey on the black-red deck, so didn't hit the land that I wanted, but I can't really complain. Just going to play the land pass here. Hopefully, again, if we hit an untapped green source next turn, I think we're probably in a good spot. Alright. Going to fall down to 13 this turn. Need the green source this turn. Bam! Beautiful. So now we can go Gift of Paradise. And this sets us up nicely, especially if we hit another untapped land next turn. As if we hit another untapped land next turn, then I can go Teferi, uptick, end of my turn, untap 2 lands, and then hold up 2 fog effects for a following attack by the opponent. So that was the ideal draw. And even if we don't hit a land next turn, I get to go Search for Azcanta plus hold up fog, because presumably from this point on I'm going to need to fog. Taking at least 7 damage this attack, which means we'll fall down to 9. So yeah, untapped land, I get to jam Teferi, uptick, hold up fog. No land or tapped land, I go Search for Azcanta, hold up fog, so not too shabby. Again, people make issue about the fact of Nexus of Fate, and yeah, the card is kind of poorly designed and unfortunate that it's only available in like the Buy a Box promos, but again, it's really just Teferi, I think, that causes a lot of issues. Pause the video here. Alright, I don't know what opponent's doing, but they're taking quite a long time making plays. Finally get to run out their hand. Alright, so we're going to take 8 damage here, fall down to 8. Did not hit the untapped land, unfortunately, so just got to play the Search for Azcanta pass. Really need to find that land. The red-black deck doesn't really run too much in the way of direct damage, so I don't really need to worry about getting burned out. I mean, they have like Chandra. Unlicensed Disintegration's not going to really do anything versus me. What else? Sometimes they run Lightning Strike, but not really. Alright, I don't know what this guy's doing. The Turbo Fog deck is the player supposed to be using all their time. Not the mono red. Come on. Alright, well... So I always want to use Root Snare first before Haze of Pollen, because Haze of Pollen has cycling, which means should you not need the fog later on, you can buy a new card with it effectively. Okay, forced to fog here. Opponent has 2 Bowmats and 7 cards underneath the both of them. Chandra would be a little bit annoying if they had it. Sometimes they run Doomfalls in the main, but... Alright, looks like they're just going to use double Bowmat here. And indeed, they did have a Unlicensed Disintegration in their hand, as well as a Pia Nalar that got discarded. Remember, you can stack the Bowmat Couriers, holding priority of 1 to get the other as well. We're going to keep that land. And now we jam good old Teferi Man, draw a card, and untap 2 lands, end of turn. Vraska's Contempt would also be pretty bad for us, but we're looking good. For now. Good enough. As good as you can, anyway. Alright, well there's their Chandra. So that is going to put me on somewhat of a clock now. Heart of Kirin. I doubt they're going to cast that. It's just much more relevant at this point for them to get in the damage. As I am once again forced to fog. Take my turn. Search. We are going to bin the island. Draw a card with Teferi. Looking for another Time Walk effect or another fog would be pretty good. And this is where Nexus of Fate gets real stupid, because I can just pass the turn here, Teferi trigger on the stack, float a bunch of mana, and then cast the Nexus. So do I actually have enough mana to... Let's see. Yeah, I can go like this. I can cast the Gift on this land, go back up to 8, and then end of turn tap the island that's untapped with the Gift of Paradise on it for 2 mana. Teferi's going to trigger. I'm going to untap the 2 gifted lands and then cast the Nexus of Fate because I have 8 mana end of turn. So end of turn, float 2, untap the 2 big ones, 2, 4, 6, 7, Nexus, take an extra turn, search for Azcanta. Hits a fog or a Nexus would be amazing for us. Nope, we bin the land, draw a card off of Teferi. Ooh, not good. So we're going to need to cycle here and try to find something, otherwise we are going to lose. Glimmer could find a fog, which is probably worth doing at this point. Karn's Temporal Sundering doesn't work because it's a sorcery. So double bottom, draw. We did find a fog. Beautiful. Alright, so we can play out the land, untap 2, end of turn, pass the turn. And then we get to Haze of Pollen on their attack. Cycle Scattered Groves. The main thing is that we get to transform Search for Azcanta, and with that it's so much easier to dig to the pieces that you need to find to deal with the opponent. So they're going to need like a Vraska's Contempt here. And if they do find Vraska's Contempt, thankfully we still have the backup Teferi. But we are going to be threatening the Teferi ultimate here very shortly, and then we just get to systematically remove all of their permanents. Alright, exile with Chandra, reveals a P and LR. They're going to deal the damage to me. Go to combat. Once again, we will fog. Now, a lot of decks have been bringing in insult to injury from their sideboards, which is something that has some potential, because it stopped the fog's effects. Interestingly enough. Again, highly unlikely that the opponent has double burn spell here to finish me off, but it is possible. Most of the red-black decks aren't running Lightning Strike. Alright, fog is good. We're just hoping they tap out for something irrelevant here. Cycle Canyon Slew is a good start for us. Into a Rekindling Phoenix. Alright, and with only 1 mana open, we probably are going to win. Alright, Search for Azcanta reveals. Anything tasty, hopefully. We are going to transform it regardless, because now we can start activating Search for Azcanta and Teferi to really, really dig deep. We did bottom Karn's Temporal Sundering, though, so that's no longer an out. Yeah, let's bin the chart, transform Azcanta, draw for turn, and let's start off with the Azcanta. Looking for Nexus. Did not find it, but we will take the Haze of Pollen. The opponent still 1 away from Chandra Ultimate, so that's not too big of a worry. Let's Teferi Plus. Chart a Course. Okay, did not find it. Discard land. Chart another course here. Or I could just play Karn. Could play Karn. Yeah, Karn's probably okay. Uptick. What did we hit? We hit 2 lands, alright. So they're either going to give me the Sanctum or whatever the other one was. Alright, they gave me the Sanctum. We get to untap 2 lands in a turn. It would be funny if the opponent uptick Chandra, deal me 2 damage, then played another Chandra, and then played another Chandra after that. That's actually a way that we could lose. Pretty funny. Alright, they activate their Chandra, they hit Unlicensed Disintegration. Of course, we don't have any creatures, so we're going to fall down to 4. Just need to find effectively just 1 Time Walk, and we should win from this point. Alright, Haze of Pollen again. Land from the opponent, and a pass. Alright, let's cycle Scattered Groves end of turn. Find another fog, but that doesn't matter as it is now the Chandra that's an issue, so let's find Nexus here, hopefully. We did not, again, wow. Getting pretty unlucky here. Alright, so let's grab Teferi. Instead, what I'm going to do is just ultimate this Teferi. Uptick with Karn. They give me Hinterland Harbor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Teferi. Uptick, draw a card, which is going to exile their Chandra. And we're going to be able to cycle 2 lands end of turn. So let's play the Harbor, chart a course, discard the non-cycling land, and they just scoop. So the reason they scooped here is with the emblem going, I'm just going to start systematically exiling all of their permanents, and then because I uptick this Teferi, I was going to untap 2 lands and presumably hold up a fog, which was the case. All right. So there isn't actually that much you're supposed to board in versus the red-black deck. I've started bringing in negates and some amount of cleansing novas, but a lot of the time you don't need to bring anything in from what a lot of the pros have suggested. But normally I take out the Nissa the Karn and the Karn's Temporal Sundering to bring in negates in case they do bring in a card like Insult to Injury. And then I think 1 Cleansing Nova is usually okay, although sometimes it's a dead card. But that's how I'm going to sideboard, and we will run it for game 2. Alright, opponent did some quick sideboarding of their own. This hand is a little bit sketchy, but I'm going to go ahead and keep. We'll get a lead with Irrigated Farmland or Scattered Groves into Hinterland Harbor. Alright, there's 1 fog. Ideally, we draw like Gift of Paradise, so we can go turn 3 Gift into turn 4 Teferi, uptick Root Snare. But I like bringing the gates as well because they often have Doomfalls and Duresses. But yeah, this is more so for Insult to Injury, although I'm not sure if a lot of the lists have updated to that version yet. Okay, we'll play the Harbor here. And the reason we're not playing our tap land this turn is in case they do have that Doomfall for turn 3. So now next turn I can just play the tap land and still hold up Negate or whatever. Double Bomat's going to be an issue though, for sure. That's going to give them a lot of resources. Not the start that we wanted to see. Alright, opponent. Come on, man. Fall down to 15 here. 5 cards under the double Bomat now. Yeah, that might be brutal. That might be our downfall. They did have a Doomfall. Perfect. Negate that. Another fog. Let's play the tap land now. Don't need a fog yet, since we're only taking 2 damage a turn. Although I guess if they played like an on-crop Crasher here, I would probably fog, just to stay relatively high, because next turn I would really like to cast Glimmer of Genius if possible. Okay. Fold 13. They now have a full grip of 7 cards underneath the Bomat. Whew. Let's see if they play a Chandra. They play a Phoenix. Alright. Another fog for us. And we just pass the turn. Unless they play Glorybringer here, we're just going to take the hit for 6. Otherwise, I would probably have to fog. There's so many cards under Bomat Couriers, though. Ugh. Chandra would be pretty bad. Okay, they're just cycling a Canyon Slough. That's not the worst. So they can't play Chandra now, so looks like we're going to have a good opportunity to... Ooh, I lied. I have to negate that, because I can't let them deal with Teferi. So now we really want to hit an untapped land here. Damn. Yeah, now we're probably dead. That's not true. I guess we have another turn, but they have so many cards under these double Bomats. That was a turn that I was really hoping to resolve a Glimmer of Genius. Yeah, needed to hit a land there, and we would have been okay. As it stands now, I'm going to have to fog this turn And again, just hope to hit a land next turn. I imagine they probably sacrifice at least one Bomat here. Oh, looks like they might sack the two big ones, though. Okay. They now have 11 cards in their hand. Duress incoming? Yep, there it is. Well, we do have a redundant Teferi, which is nice, but if I don't hit on land next turn, we are almost certainly just dead. Alright, they took the Glimmer, actually, which is not that bad for us. Untap land, please. Let's go. Come on, give it to me. Disgusting. I could get greedy and try to cycle one of these Haze of Pollens and try to hit an untapped land, but it's just so risky. Not hitting our 5th land is going to be the death of us. But with our opponent on a fresh hand, I don't know how easy this is going to be anyways. Okay, that's not that bad. Basically just have to fog continuously here. I imagine they're holding up a Vraska's Contempt if they just pass the turn. Nope, Chain Whirler. Okay, land? Wow. Quite unfortunate with these draws here. We've been one land away so many turns now. Jeez, that's brutal. Triple Teferi in my hand. Alright, they sacked their Bomat. Oh, their hand was really bad. Nice. Alright, just need a Fate of Chandra. Holy moly, dude. Cannot find land for the life of me. Oh, finally. But now it's just much too late because now I have to fog and then I don't have anything back up, you know? Like next turn I play Teferi Fog. No, rather, I have to fog right now, so yeah, I need to draw another fog or something. Just so gross. We'd be crushing them right now if we had hit the 5th land sooner. But it's probably one turn too late at this point. Alright, if this doesn't find a fog, we are dead. Nope. Alright, GG. Wow. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So they have Spyglasses as well. It might be worth it to bring in some number of Manglehorns, in all honesty. Maybe Cleansing Nova is not exactly worth it. Let's cut one Glimmer, maybe what, cut one Chart of Course. Alright, can we just hit our 5th land on time, please? Game 3 here versus the red-black deck will be on the play. It's a keeper. It's a little bit slow, though. One hand interaction effect, and we're going to be a little bit upset, but potential turn 3 gift, turn 4 Teferi is right where you want to be. So we're going to lead with the Botanical Sanctum here. Opponent's down to 6 cards. Best card to draw is Search for Azcanta. They do have the turn 1 Bomat. Seems good. I probably should have played the Glacial Fortress that turn, actually. That was a mistake. Scrappy Scrounger is good. Another Nexus, not exactly the ideal draw. No fogs in my hand either, is kind of bad. Alright, there goes Teferi. $17. They do have a land. Alright. Well, this is what I was talking about. A little bit cold sometimes to a discard effect, but still have a little bit of time here. Okay, that's Chandra turn 4. Add mana and there, Heart of Kirin. Ay ay ay. Am I dead next turn? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They only need to find 3 damage. Damn. Alright, we are not dead, but we do go down to 3. Yeah, I still can't believe we lost the second game. We just whiffed on our 5th land source for so long. Need to get very lucky here. If I'm not already dead. Alright, they cash in their Bomat. Land. Ooh, so they're cutting their own creature here so that they can ribbons me out next turn to guarantee. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a time walk. Does that do it? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are getting so close. Am I 1 short? Oh my god, I'm 1 mana short this turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Teferi. Yeah, I'm 1 land short this turn of Teferi into Nexus of Fate. I can, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teferi, tap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Can I gift? 2, 4, no. Yeah, I'm a little bit short no matter which way you cut it, so I actually just have to Nexus here and hope to get lucky again next turn. Does Manglehorn do it? Let's see. I can't do all 3 of these, right? So they can currently cut me for 2, 4, 5. So a land kills me? God. Just a little bit off every single way. Guess we Teferi plus and see what we hit. Because tucking doesn't do it either. No, I don't think that's good enough, unfortunately. Alright, GG's. Now with the cut in the graveyard. We got very, very unlucky game 2. But, hey, that's how it goes. Let's go to round 2. Alright, here we are for the second match with our Turbo Fog list. We'll be on the play, and we've got a nice hand. Turn 2 is Kanta. Can't go wrong with that. That's the best place you want to be. Plus potential for a turn 3 Gift of Paradise. Against another red deck is good for us, most likely. Oh, now we're hoping that this search for his Kanta just finds an untapped land for us next turn. Ah, Sulfur falls into Heart of Kirin. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm going to keep the tapped land here. And just pass the turn. They're probably on Grixis. Here comes a Chain Whirler. Yep, I imagine this is Grixis, but it could just be blue-red. Yeah, again, I think we're just keeping this land. I don't want to get greedy. And now we can start holding up like Supreme Will to counters stuff. Ooh, they just had nothing. Nice. Okay, nope, we're going to keep Chart a Course here. Cast the Chart a Course. Probably discard Nexus. Play the Grove. Pass. Holding up Supreme Will. Goes for a Chandra here, most likely. Maybe a Phoenix, though. We get them real nice. We are going to put Scattered Groves in the graveyard, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Teferi. Draw a card. Play the land. Untapped Forest plus Farmland. Probably just going to Fog here, depending on what they do. If they attack me, I'm going to take the damage. If they attack Teferi, I'm going to Fog. Another Chain Whirler that's going to ping Teferi and myself for 1, but that's fine now. We've got everything we want going on, so basically just binning everything with Search for Azcanta. Upticking. And I'm actually going to play this other Search just to get in the graveyard next turn for extra cards in the yard for the other Search. Granted, we're almost certainly casting a Fog here, but I don't mind making this play. That resolves. Yes, crew. They go face. We cast our Uncycling Fog. Tap out for something irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Good. And so now I am going to dig. There's a Nexus, great. That is one of the cards we were looking for. And we kind of go off from here on out. So bin the Nissa, transform Search for Azcanta, uptick Teferi. I can afford to Glimmer here. Bottom, bottom, play out the lands. End turn, untap 2 lands, cast the Nexus. Perfect, Karn's Temporal Sundering, so that gives us a free roll to, let's uptick with Teferi first, play the land, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I take the extra turn, bounce Heart of Kirin, Chart a Course, dig, discard Redundant Search, take my extra turn, untap Fog, cycle, draw a card. Alright, and we're really going off now. So we're going to take all of the turns here. Now let's just use our search, dig for more. 3 Nexus of Fate now. Yeah, we can even chart here. Discard gift. Untap the land with Gift of Paradise. And now you can kind of see why this deck is so stupid. Nexus of Fate being instant is stupid in conjunction with Teferi. Teferi is just a stupid card in general. But yeah. Let's take another Teferi. Why not? It doesn't actually matter at this point. Opponent is pretty much dead. Take our extra turn, untap 2 lands. Gonna hold a cycling land in our hand now since we're gonna ultimate Teferi. Get an emblem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teferi plus. Start exiling their lands. Land for the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus. Go to the end of the step. Use the search for his Kanta. Keep digging. Yeah, not a very fun deck. But so it goes. So it goes. Alright, let's bring in 2 negates. I guess I'm going to bring in the 2 Manglehorns too. Again, cut the Karn, cut the Temporal, cut the Nissa. Cut a Glimmer. And I'm not even going to bring in the Cleansing Nova, so we can just run it like this. Probably call it good. Still upset we lost that first match. But yeah, you can see why this deck is favored versus the creature decks. I assume because the opponent has blue, they're going to have access to like negates and whatnot from the board, which could give us a problem. Can't keep this hand. Can keep that hand. And we're going to bottom an island. We have 3 lands that enter tapped, though. But that's fine. We're going to lead with Irrigated Farmland, then play Scattered Groves, then play Sun Petal plus Gift of Paradise. So, not the worst. So let's lead with the Irrigated. Soulscar Mage, sure. I think we're still going to lead with a tap land here. Just to get the lands out of our hands so that we don't have to play tap lands later when we want our more expensive cards, more relevant cards. Here's good old Cheney, take 1. And this way I can play a Gift of Paradise on my basic land. We're probably just going to play the tap land next turn and Glimmer of Genius. Is Nicol Bolas? It is, okay. I guess it doesn't really matter then. We'll just discard the farmland. Take 4. So they were Grixis after all. Ooh, that's an interesting draw. I think now we're going to go like this. We're going to gift up this land, chart a course, discard basic forest, play the tap land. There's a Chandra. Alright, we're looking for like a fog. I'm going to take a bit of damage here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9. Yuck. Nexus of Fate. Interesting. Okay, 2, 4, 5. So I'm 1 mana short. Yeah, if I play Teferi, I'm 1 mana short of being able to Nexus end of turn. So I think we're going to main phase Glimmer, looking for a fog effect. Bottom. That's not going to do it. Am I just dead now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just dead now. Wow. The bricks are real. Well, hopefully they don't go for it. Hopefully they try to cast something that I can negate and they only hit me for 8. Though that seems rather unlikely. I guess I could have kept the Gift of Paradise. Would that have saved me? Maybe. Oh well. Guess we're going to a game 3. Not finding a fog, kind of awkward there. these mangles just aren't worth it. Try one cleansing over one Manglehorn. I probably deserve all these losses that I'm gonna get. This is not a very fun deck to play against for sure. Alright, game 3 versus Grixis mid-rangey. And it's a good one. Turn 2 Search for Azcanta, turn 3 Supreme Will. Can't go wrong with that. Even got the Teferi with the Fog. Hold the baby, please. Ooh, this is going to be a long video. This is only the second round and 40 minutes in, probably about the length of one of my drafts. Lots of content! Redundant search is not so great. Gift of Paradise next turn, that's the dream. Alright, Scrap Heap Scrounger. Wow, third search? No thank you, get out of here. Find a Glacial Fortress. I'll just pass with our Supreme Will open. Alright, let's take 3. I'm not going to use the Will here. Okay, you know what? I lied. I actually am. And we will bin the farmland. Draw a harbor. We're going to play out this second search just to get an extra card in the graveyard. Take the 3, fall to 14. Another Canyon, alright. Now they're holding up a counter though, is the problem. Let's spin the pedal. Yeah, this is bad if they have a counter. I think I'm just going to pass here. And then probably Root Snare next turn. Just to get a 6 card in the graveyard so that we can transform Azcanta the following turn. But I'm going to put them on having a counter in their hand. Yep, it's Fog. Now we get to transform our Azcanta. Graveyard, yes. Transform, yes. Draw. Gift of Paradise is not a bad one. Let's suit up our Azcanta. Now we're just going to pass. Take the hit for 6. I can start activating Azcanta. I'm assuming they're just holding up counters, which is fine if they're not developing out at the board too much more. Alright, take 6, go to 11. Ah, they finally decided to go for it. Alright, so they're going to play the Nicol Bolas. I'm going to use the Azcanta in response. Get a Nexus of Fate. What happens if I discard Fog here? Bad things. I guess we just discard the Nexus now instead. This way I can Teferi hold up Fog. Okay. Let's play the land. Untap 2. upkeep. Good, that resolved. Nice. Now we get to activate Azcanta here. Find another fog. Use Azcanta. Redundant to fairies, not bad. But I think we're going to take the Supreme Will just to hold up counter. Now we draw a card here. Okay, then we will play the untapped land so that we can cycle this other land. Tap Island in Azcanta end of turn. Let them go to draw step. Or untap at least, upkeep. Go for the fog again. Good, no negates. And if they just keep passing, that's great for us. We just get to keep digging deeper and deeper. Found a Nexus there, awesome. Can even cycle my Scattered Groves now. Let's do that end of turn. Draw a card. Ooh, a Cleansing Nova. Let's start by drawing a card this time, instead of using Azcanta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can destroy all creatures here. And then still Azcanta, as well as untapping my lands and being able to Nexus. Because the thing is, if they just bring back 2 Scrap Heap Scroungers at end of my turn, then I get to take a turn in response with Nexus of Fate. So it's not ideal for them to do that. Alright, one's good. Let's see if they bring back another. They didn't. Okay, so again, I assume they have something in their hand here. That resolves just fine. We'll go ahead and fog this. We want Teferi to get to ult, and he's only 1 away. Now we're going to Azcanta end of turn. Dig for more goodies. Found another cycling fog, good. I could have also taken Teferi there, but I don't mind having another. Oh, plus that, I suppose. Draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we will Nexus, hold up counter. Oh, I messed up, I guess. I should have waited till end of turn. I would have been able to double counter and just win. Alright. Oh, my mistake. So as such, we are only going to be able to get him the next turn then, as I will just upkeep this Haze of Pollen. Okay, Scarab God doesn't do anything. And now we win. Ultimate Teferi. So slight misstep there on my part, but it's not going to matter. Play Teferi, uptick, draw a card, exile Scarab God. Now we chart a course, draw 2 cards, discard land, exile land, land, and from there it's just an easy win. A little bit of misstep. I could have played again the Nexus Fate end of turn and hold up double counter, but I got there anyways. So yeah, good stuff. Match 3 incoming. Here we are for the 3rd round with Turbo Fog. It's a nice keeper on the draw. Turn 1 Scattered Groves, turn 2 Glacial Fortress, turn 3 Gift of Paradise, hopefully. And another red deck. Alright. When I was playing this deck earlier on stream, I was getting paired up against nothing but control matchups, but getting paired versus the red deck is real good for us, obviously. Again, another redundant search for his Azcanta kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Just looking for lands here. Lands are the dream. That is good. That is a land. So we'll run out one of the searches. We're going to take at least 4 this turn, maybe 5 if they play a Chain Whirler. And then I get to play Gift of Paradise. Okay, looks like they missed a land though, so just carry Zev, going to be the follow-up for them. Oh, nope, there's their land. And what do we hit? Glacial Fortress. Nope, we want that. Play the Forest. Gift it up. 17. Going to be taking at least 7 damage next turn, but we should be okay here. We're just looking for Teferi now. Another Scrap Heap. Okay, take 7. I'm at 10. So now we have to start fogging every turn. Alright, search. What do you find? Grove, get in the graveyard. Sanctum, bad. Start with Chartercourse here. Looking for fogs into fairies. Ooh, that's not good. Bin the extra search, play the Sanctum. Alright, we need to get a little bit lucky next turn as I only have 1 fog in my hand. Chain Whirler's fine. This is a forced Root Snare. Yep. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, search for Azcanta. Find me a fog. Or Teferi into fog. Would be good. There's a fog. Put in the graveyard. Nope. Play at our land. Pass the turn. We get to use Nexus of Fate next turn as well, which means we get an extra activation of Search for Azcanta, which is nice. Their Bowmat has 6 cards under it now. Turn 1 Bowmat, still super gosh darn scary. They might cash it in here. Oh, they didn't though. Irrigated farmland. Yes, you go to the graveyard. There's the Teferi. But I do need to find a fog here, so I have to play the land. Let's use the Nexus. Take our extra turn. Find a fog? Nope. Another Nexus is fine as we get to keep playing lands out. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I'm still 1 land short of being able to ferry into Nexus. Alright, search. It's a Chartercourse. Spin that. Let's transform. What? Another search for Azcanta? Disgusting. So I need you to ferry here. Draw a card. Hope to find a fog or the Time Walk. Did not. So now we have to search for Azcanta. Find fog. We did. We found a Root Snare. Beautiful. Alright. We're still alive. Tap Forest. Search. And I'm at 9, so I can't get burned out by Chandra, which is great. Is this Glory? Sure. Let's just Root Snare in response, because we might as well. Get their extra card under Bowmat, because that happens whether damage happens or not. And I'm feeling pretty good now. Even with a fresh 7 cards in their hand, they might not take another turn. Alright, so we start with the Azcanta. Ooh, there we go. We take Nexus here over Temporal because it gives us more outs to finding a Time Walk later. Oh wow, and an extra one. Guess we'll play the Search now too. Untap 2 lands. And this is where we start. G, 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 G. Nexus. Now we get to filter our draws more with Search for Azcanta. Put them in the graveyard, no. Transform, no. Draw the card, draw with Teferi. Search for Azcanta. Sure, Fog, whatever, doesn't matter. Pass turn. Float mana, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus. Filter with Search for Azcanta. Put the land in the graveyard. Do not transform. Play the land. Use Azcanta. Find a Glimmer. Uptick to Fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus. End turn. Untap 2 lands. Cast Supreme Will. Take a... doesn't really matter. Take a gift. Untap. Put the Nexus on the bottom, no. Transform, no. Ultimate Teferi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast Nexus. 2, 3, 4. Cast Glimmer. Bottom that, top that, draw 2. Exile 2 permanents. Let's start off with their lands. Pass the turn, take our extra turn, filter, bottom that, draw, exile land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take an extra turn. Use the Glimmer, draw some cards, top both Nexus, exile 2 of their permanents. Pass the turn. Filter, bottom that, transform, no. Exile their last land. Play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take an extra turn. 1, 2, 3. Gift of Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Cycle Haze of Pollen. Get rid of their Glory Bringer. Sure. Take an extra turn. Upkeep. Put Chart in the graveyard. No. Transform. No. Exile. Use the Search for Azcanta, look for Teferi. We find Supreme Will, that's fine. Chart a course, exile 2 permanents, discard a land. Exile, exile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teferi. Teferi. Uptick. Exile their last card, play land. Pass turn. Untap, untap. Take an extra turn. Put Nexus in the graveyard, no. Transform, no. Draw a card. Draw a card. Play land. Nissa for a buttload. 10. Attack them for 10. This is the faster way to kill them. Float mana, untap with Teferi. Take an extra turn. Put them in the graveyard, transform, no. Draw a card. Uptick Nissa. Bottom. Top, draw that Nexus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good enough. Take our extra turn and just kill them with Nissa finally. And didn't waste too much time on my clock, so good stuff. Probably just wasting my clock out, but hey, I play fast. Sorry if the explanations weren't super clear, but with this deck, it is a very real thing that you can time out on Magic Online, so Unless you're well versed with Magic Online, I'm not sure I would suggest picking up this deck. Okay. 2 negates in, 1 Nova, out with the Karn, Sundering, and the Nissa. Usually people just concede before that, before the point we got to, but sometimes they make you play it out. Whew. Crazy. Alright. This hand is great. Turn 2, Search for Azcanta. Turn 3, Gift of Paradise. Got a Fog in case we find Teferi for turn 4. I'm loving it. Put it on a mulligan to 6, but as a turn 1 Bomat. Alright, so the farmland, then we're going to play Botanical since it sometimes enters tapped. Hinterland Harbors enter untapped since we have farmland. Supreme Will to draw for us. Ooh, I've got a little headache now going through all those motions in that last game. Crazy stuff, my friends. Frickin' crazy stuff. Alright, 15 we go. Search for Azcanta reveals land, which we will bin. Now we will play that Gift of Paradise, set ourselves up for a nice little Teferi next turn if we should draw it. But 5 mana also means we can counter and draw some cards, or just hold up Glimmer should we need to, if they don't do anything relevant here. Push on too much damage. Alright, still at a relatively healthy 13. Gonna bin the Fog. Just looking for Teferi. So let's go... Actually, no, it's better just to pass here, I suppose. Hold up Supreme Will. Counter like a Chandra or a Duress I can't counter very well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will cast the Fog now, though, just in case that's what they want to take. Alright, they took the Glimmer, which is the card I can't cast. Another Bomat, I'm not going to counter that. We'd rather just go digging with Supreme Will. Two, three, four, five. Alright, we'll take one of the extra turns. Need to find a Fog next turn. Alright, looks like they are going to sack that 1 Bomat for 5 fresh cards. Land in another creature, perhaps. Alright, Search, give me something good. Nope, not a Harbor. Come on, Chart a Course, find Fog. Uh-oh. Discard. Land, play land. I don't think I'm dead on board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can also cycle one of these lands into a Fog if we get really lucky. So let's do that, probably. Nope. Alright, so we're just going to take 10 here. I'm at 3. Chandra? That'll put me to 2. 6 mana? What the heck is this? Am I dead? Must be dead. Banefire? Ooh, they have a Banefire. Alright, got him. Wonder where we went wrong this game. Doesn't look like we were getting there, though. Yeah, run it back. We had a good curve out there, too, but it's so vital to find Teferi. Alright, on the play here. Game 3. And it's a nice one. Turn 2, Search for Azcanta. Always where you want to be. So I have to play Forest next turn. Darn, another turn 1 Bomat Courier. Good to know they have Banefire. Although I guess they're probably thinking, darn, another turn 2 search for Azcanta. Okay. A good old Scrappy. Yes, bin the land. Let's go charting. Discard. Harbor, play Grove. Haven't found any fogs yet, which could be an issue. Do you have a duress too? Ooh, they do. I wonder if they just take the negate then, since I have another Teferi in my hand. Nope, they just took Teferi. Okay. Take 4, go to 14. Alright, search. Give me something good. Nope, not an island. That actually is not the worst. Again, it lets me transform my search for Azcanta next turn by getting the 6th card in the graveyard. Cycle Canyon Slough, fine. Ooh, they're not, They're not crewing their Heart of Kirin with the Scrap Heap Scrounger. That might have been a misplay on their part. Glimmer. Yeah, I'm gonna bin that. I want to find fog. There ain't no fog. And I can't actually Teferi yet, so we're just gonna activate Azcanta. Looks like another cycle, sure. Where are my fogs at? Alright, they remembered to crew this time. Alright, let's go searching. So, if I don't fog here, I lose to land Banefire next turn. Yeah, I think we do have to fog, even though that means I don't get to Teferi unless I just naturally draw fog. I don't like this. It also taps me out of negate for like Chandra. Yeah. I'm not sure if this was the correct play. We'll find out, I guess. So we draw Supreme Will. Probably just have to run this out and hope. Because I'm dead on board. Uh-oh. Man, I might have punted this match away, huh? Maybe I wasn't supposed to fog yet. And then just leave myself dead to Banefire. Since Banefire can't be countered. We'll see if they go for it, though. Yeah, looks like they are. Damn. I can't help but feel I probably messed up this game. Yeah, they went for it. Darn it. Alright, GG's. Poop soup, man. Alright, we are now 1-2. Let's get this back. Here's round 4 with the Turbo Fog deck. We've had a lot of close matches, but currently we're sitting at 1-2. On the play, missing our second land, so we're going to have to mulligan this one. And it's a keeper. Not exciting, but it is a keeper. We'll see what the opponent's working with whenever they play their first land and first spells. Alright, opponent kept their 7. We're going to keep our 6. Bottom the Glacial Fortress. Ah, another red deck. Found a Root Snare. Let's see what they got. They do have the Scrounger. Okay. Ooh. I think it's probably better for us to get the Search for Azcanta online immediately. Or as soon as possible, I should say. On-Crop Crasher, sure. Take 6. I'm at 14. Bend the Teferi. Nope, I'm going to keep that. I just hope to find a land next turn. Untapped. Bomat. Take 7. I go to 10. Come on, untapped land. Yes, we'll keep that. Alright, now we start going off. Teferi, uptick. Untap 2 lands. Fog now. Maybe they forget to attack with Bomat. No, they didn't forget. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, well, if they don't have like a Doomfall here. Actually, even if they have a Doomfall, we have 2 Nexus in our hand. They just passed. That's good for us. That is quite good. Alright, Search for Azcanta. Trigger. What do we got? Gift of Paradise. That's not terrible. But I'm going to go ahead and bin that. Just looking for more lands. And fogs. Okay. End of turn. Float. 5, 6, 7. Time Walk. Search for Azcanta triggers. Island in the Graveyard. Draw. Teferi for turn. Sunpetal Grove. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus. Untap. Not gonna fog. Search for Azcanta triggers. Yeah, we'll bottom Chart a Course. Draw a card with Teferi. Play land. Play a big old Nissa. Scry 2. Bottom. Untap 2 lands. Get to fog them. Pass turn. We are back to running shop here. Sure. You got it, Chandra. I take 2. Put the Glimmer of Genius in the graveyard. I think not. Alright, let's scry with Nissa before deciding anything else, because if we hit a Nexus, which we do, then we're going to leave our Teferi alive. Actually, yeah, we'll leave our Teferi alive. Draw some extra cards. And then next turn we can ultimate Teferi and exile a bunch of stuff with the Glimmer that we're going to keep in our hand instead of casting. Put that in the graveyard. Drew another Nexus anyways. Alright, so this should be over. We're going to ultimate. 2, 3, 4. Glimmer. Bottom. Top. And it looks like they're just going to scoop here. Good enough. Alright. We're going to do the chain again of just exiling all their permanents and then eventually kill them with Nissa. So, Karn out. Sundering out. Nissa out. Negate, negate, and Cleansing Nova in. Submit. Game 2, round 4. Got another good hand. Turn 2 search. A fog into Teferi. Just need to find one of our Gift of Paradise. And this might be like a turn 4 getcha. Uh-oh, 2 lands passed from the opponent. That's not good for them. Chart a course. Discard a chart. Need the lands, don't necessarily need multiple chart a course. Alright, they did find something to do at least, that's good. This might be a pretty quick game though. Put the land in the graveyard. Chart a course again. Discard the tap land. Play a tap land. We don't need a fog next turn, so that's fine. Bin, transform, and now we should just be good to go. Cast Fairy, draw a card, untap 2 lands. Get the fog next turn. What do you got? Doomfall? No, Chain Whirler? Alright. Fog away. Draw, Fairy, gift up a land, chart a course, discard extra to Fairy, play a land, pass the turn, untap Island Forest. Now we can activate his Kanta as well as fogging. It looks like the reign of red-black aggro is falling, for sure. I do like the Storm deck quite a bit. Maybe next week I'll do a video with the Storm deck. It kind of has a similar play pattern, where you're doing a lot of stuff and your opponent's not really doing, but... Doing a little statistics on the opponent there. We're talking about how this deck, not very good versus the Storm deck game 1, but even if I add 15 sideboard cards, you know, if you're 70% to win any given game, well, you're only 49% to win 2 games in a row with those odds. So... PTQ they need to test, or a PPTQ they need to test, RPTQ they need to test for. I see. What you got? Chandra? So be it. Alright, let's go digging. Let's find the Nexus. Great. Uptick. Look for another Nexus. We find a Supreme Will. Untap, untap. Start going off. Extra turn. Dig with his Canta first. Oh, opponent scoops it up. GG's though. Alright, so we're 2-2. And looking to pull off a 3-2. But hopefully you guys have been, well, enjoy is maybe not the right word, but at least you've gotten a good idea of what this Turbo Fog deck does now. So at least there's that, I suppose. Alrighty, round 5 here with Turbo Fog. We're 2-2. We're playing for 3-2. We have a hand that is definitely keepable. Turn 1 Scattered Groves, turn 2 Glacial Fortress, and then Chart a Course. Hopefully should find us some land for a turn 3 Gift of Paradise. What are we playing against this time? Green! Okay, I have not played against a green deck in a long time with this particular deck. I think this is a good matchup for us, but I am not certain. Let's go charting. Let's try to find some lands. Uh-oh. Let's discard Nexus. Really need to draw a land next turn. Although I guess even if we whiff on a land, we do have the turn 2 search for his Canta, which is nice, but if they just play like a Steel Leaf Champion here, that's brutal. Oh yeah, turn 2 5/4. How's that? How is that? Alright, give me a land here. That is awful. Bad news, kids. Somehow we whiffed on land. Somehow we whiffed on land. If they play like an early Gulta, force me to use Root Snares early, I might not be able to pull through. Taking at least 5 here. Looks like they're also attacking with the Lana War. Alright, so not very likely that they're going to play Gulta this turn, thankfully. But even just another Steel Leaf Champion would be pretty gross. Okay, Adventurous Impulse, that's good. They're probably playing black then, if that's the case. Normally it's the... Well, actually, no, that's not true. They're not snakes. Not if they're playing Steel Leaf Champion, but they usually have some number of black cards. The opponent gets a Thrashing Bronson on. No plays, though? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Come on, land. Search. Find land. I'm going to keep that, and it's going to feel so bad that I don't get to cast Gift of Paradise this turn. It's just too greedy not to keep. They might just Brontodon kill my search for his Canta this turn, which I don't think I would mind all that much. I don't think I can Fog here. Take 6, go to 8. Yeah, we need to find an untapped land so that I can go Gift of Paradise plus Fog. It seems like a matchup where Cleansing Nova might be good. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have such good sideboard versus them already. Or rather, main deck versus them already. Come on, kill it. Kill it. Kill the search. Oh, alright, untapped land. I can't. I don't need the Fog. I need land. Thank you. Yes, they can kill the Gift of Paradise, but it's going to gain me 3 life here, at the very least. And so I should be out of range. Especially if they kill at end of turn. That means they are only going to show 6 damage on the battlefield right now. And so I think I might just take this hit for 8 or 9. All things considered. Yeah, I think I just take this hit. And if they use a Blossoming Defense, then I have to, but hopefully I don't get punished by a Walking Ballista. That'd be amazing. Nope, just passing. That's good for us. Okay, put Charted Course in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to Fairy. We might stabilize here at 2 life. Draw a card, find another Fog. Untap, untap. Can we hold on? One time. I feel like they should have killed one of my enchantments. Maybe not, though. But they know I've been missing lands, so getting rid of like the Gift of Paradise seemed good. Oh, Teferi, such a stupid card. Does too much. Does everything. Everything and the bag of chips with a soft drink. Alright, ship them in. Ship it in. Where are you attacking? Face. Face's place. Alright, Fog. Let's see what they do. Follow up. No ballistas, please. No scary ballistas. Field of Ruin. Oof. Thankfully we have the Gift of Paradise on the forest. Vivian Reed? Bum bum bum. Wow, they can kill the gift and the Search for Azcanta if they want to. Alright, OP. What are you gonna do? What's your game plan, bruh? Search for Azcanta down. But no kill on the Gift of Paradise. That's not an untapped land. Boo. Boo. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just gift here. Even though they have the Field of Ruin now. Get to potentially Temporal Sundering them next turn. If all things go correctly. Okay, here comes Field of Ruin. Yes. Let's float 2 green with that first. Go get another blue source, I suppose. We already know we're fogging this turn, so let's just cast it if they pass priority. Alright. Activate Vivian. Forest enters the revealed zone. You got it. You got it, brother. Fog. Okay. What now? Memorial to Unity, yes, resolves, or rather, I guess it's a land, it doesn't resolve, but you know what I mean. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Play your spells, do your things. Yes, that happens. Gift number 2 down. Okay, Supreme Will. Let's go digging. What are we gonna find? Harbor. Great. Draw a card. Great. Teferi Uptick. Great. Hinterland Harbor. I take an extra turn. Let's bounce Vivian Reed. Alright, come on. Let's go, baby. Give me my turn. Draw a card. Nexus? Right here? Darn it. Darn it. Well, we do have Teferi ult next turn, which is great. We still need to find a little bit more action, but it doesn't take much for us to win here. I do have to be a little bit aware of Blossoming Defense if I just go for the Teferi ultimate. But if we draw another Time Walk effect, then we just basically win here. Alright, there comes the Vivian again. Memorial to Uni, another one, okay. Oh, well, this is bad. This is actually real bad for us. I've hit another land, which is a brick, so I have two plays here. One loses to like Blossoming Defense. The other loses my Teferi. Right? I can uptick Teferi, see what I hit. If I whiff, then I can play the second Teferi and try to hit off of that. Or I could just go for the emblem and draw a card with Teferi, try to exile the Steel Leaf, and then if they have Blossoming Defense, I still need to hit something anyways. But this gives me 2 draws. If I go Teferi uptick, so let's do that. And if I just hit neck, oh my god, what? Alright. All this for naught. This is brutal, the amount of lands we've been hitting here. Fog will work. Nexus still works. I mean, that can find a fog, and I'm untapping 4 lands here. So I guess we just cross our fingers. But, wow. Pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. All right. Gotta find a fog. very sad if I brick. Alright, we did find a root snare. And a lot more lands putting on the bottom, thank gosh. We still need to find something, though. Like, we're not actually doing anything, we're just spinning our wheels. Okay, there's Galta. Pass his turn. Another fog, great. At least buys us a little more time. Another Teferi. Yeah, I think we actually just do it again. Our deck is just not cooperating right now, so. Okay, Karn's not bad. Now we can dig a little bit easier. Let's reveal 2 cards. Gift and land. So many mana sources. Pass turn, we get to untap 4 lands though. This is game 1, right? Man, opponent's gonna time out if they keep playing at this rate. Oh my gosh, what's going on, dude? You know what? I'm just gonna fog right now. Just let them know I have it. Don't even attack. It's not even worth it. Vivian ult doesn't matter, it just gives all their creatures buffs. Oh, they do have a walking ballista! 8, 9? They need 1 more mana to kill me. Oh no. Oh no, after all this, am I just gonna lose to walking ballista? It feels like it. Not like this, anything but this. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Come on. Please? This is tilting. Wow. Alright, we lose. That is absurd. Okay, let's bring in some cleansing novas. Yeah, take out Nissa. Take out Sundering, I guess. Jeez, that was a frustrating game 1. Amplified by the fact that the opponent's playing a little bit slowly. Alright, game 2 of the final round. Let's be on the play. 6-land Nexus of Fate, not gonna cut it. Well, this hand's not amazing either, but it's a keeper. So, Walking Ballista is gonna be a problem for us, most likely. Opponent also mulligans down to 6. We will bottom that farmland. And leave the Scattered Grove. Groves. Do they have the elf? They have an impulse. All right. Goreclaw. Ooh, that's kind of spicy. Don't think I've seen that in Constructed yet. Let's play the Fortress here. I think I'm going to cycle the Scattered Groves, which is why I didn't play it out. Oh, I like no turn 2 plays either. That's good for us. That means our Supreme Will is probably going to be decent. Well, that's not a forest. They can't even play Steel Leaf Champion. Yep, we'll counter. Don't need any of that in my business. Ooh, found a search for his Kanta. Let's do that. Let's just get that online and hope for a untapped land next turn for Teferi. Don't really mind them jamming Goreclaw here if we can get Teferi online. Oh, they don't even have the 4th land untapped. Nothing? Nice. Untapped land? Oh, we did it. We did it. Feels like it's going to be very, very hard to lose this game now. That one turn they took off is going to set them so far behind. The Goreclaw, yes, resolves. I could even just tuck the Goreclaw with Teferi if I wanted to, but I think our game plan is just to keep going. Yeah, we don't need gift anymore. Let's draw a card, play out the land. I don't think I'm going to Supreme Will here. I think we're just going to pass, hold it open. See what they do before I decide what I want to do. I might even just let this damage happen, honestly. Like, if Teferi survives here, that's all that matters. I'd rather save the Root Snare for later, when they have more creatures on the battlefield, especially if we just brick and hit a ton of lands. Now that card can't be countered. Guess we're letting it resolve. Alright, let's go dig in. There's a Nexus. Great. I don't want to put that Nexus on the bottom either. Draw a card. Oh, well, we can also just Wrath when need be. Alright, let's start taking our turns. Apparently if I had used Root Snare, I would have just won the game, but couldn't have known that I was going to be drawing one of my Time Walks. Or two for that matter here. Yeah, it's been the search. We're now one card away from transforming Search for his Kanta, which is nice. So we probably get to transform it next turn. Pollen, we will bin, we will transform. Great. 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 9 mana. Alright, so let's draw a card here. And then we will Glimmer, and if we hit another Nexus, we can cast it at end of turn. Don't need these gifts, although they are good with Teferi. Actually, I'll keep one. Seems like a fine plan. Ooh, we whiffed. Hit 4 lands with the Search for Azcanta. That's crazy. And pass the turn back to them. So they should Field of Ruin my Azcanta this turn. I'm just going to Fog now. Probably need to bring in the second Cleansing Nova if I didn't bring in both already. Oh, I did. Okay, never mind. Good, good. Hello, opponent. Tick-tock. Alright, they did something. They used Azcanta. Great. Or sorry, they used Field of Ruin. Great. Progress has been made. Sweet. Alright, well, we'll just Wrath next turn. Alright, let's draw. Chart. Found ourselves a tasty little Nexus. Maybe they just scoop if I Wrath here. That'd be nice. Cast Nexus, take an extra turn. Draw a card. I probably didn't even need to show him the Wrath, honestly, but whatever. I was hoping it would prompt a scoop. Alright, chart. And they scoop. Alright, great. They have 6.5 minutes left for game number 3. Let's do it! Let's 3-2, baby! Alright, the final game here. Game number 3 of the last round. We are on the draw. Opponent mulligans to 6. We have turn 2 Search for Azcanta. Hopefully turn 3 Gift of Paradise. No fogs in our opening hand, but looks pretty darn good. Speaking of fog. Alright, now let's just find a third land by turn 3. That'd be great. Would be most enjoyable by me. This looks like a Walking Ballista for 1. Yes, it is. Alright. We did find the third land, but it does enter tapped. Hopefully, Search for Azcanta can find us that untapped source. What do you got for turn 3? Ooh, a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. That's a nice one. Don't know if this is the particular matchup where this card shines, but it is good, undoubtedly. Nope, I need to keep that. Let's go charting. Discard the Supreme Will, play the tap land. Next turn we get to Gift of Paradise, which is very good. And then shortly thereafter we get to Teferi. Alright, Llanowar Elf. Draw a card. Alright, you're down into the red, OP. Got less than 5 minutes left, buddy. Search. Reveal. What you got? Forest. Bin it. Play a different forest. Suit up the forest with a Gift of Paradise. And say, your turn, sir. Yeah, turn 2 search, turn 3 Gift of Paradise, turn 4 Teferi is the dream in this deck. We're a little bit behind schedule since we didn't have that tap land on time, but ooh, that's a lot of damage. This is a Vital Force, pretty good. Not good enough though, friend. Not good enough. Alright, search. What are you going to give me this time? Nope, don't want that. Oh, man. Kind of want to just blow up all creatures here. But let's just get the Planeswalker down. Planeswalker. Draw a card. Play tap land and then untap 2 lands. Say go and fog. Oh, they're not even using Nissa. Okay. Attacking me? I guess I don't even fog then, huh? Suppose I don't even fog. Sure, take 3. You got it. You got it, dude. Let's rumble. You've got 3 minutes left. Alright, search for his Kanta. Let's go. Forest, graveyard, yes. Land, yes. Draw with Teferi, yes. Play Gift of Paradise. I actually can chart a course here too. Chart a course. Discard Fortress. End of my turn. Untap both the lands with Gift of Paradise on it. Cast Nexus. Take an extra turn. Now we get to transform our Kanta. Bin that. Transform yes. Draw a card. Play a land. Activate his Kanta. Get a Supreme Will, sure, doesn't matter. Draw with the Fairy. Gift up our land. Go to end of turn. Float. Float. Untap both of the gifted lands. Nexus again. Take an extra turn. Draw the card for the turn. Use the Ascanta. Look for another Nexus. Found it. Great. Draw with Teferi. Play lands. 2, 4, 5. Wrath their board. Alright, they pinged Walking Ballista. Am I going to beat them first, or are they going to time out first? That's the answer, or that's the question. Tap 2 lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus again. Keep the chain rolling. Draw Glimmer. Alright, always activate Nexus. Found another Teferi. Glimmer. Found another Nexus. Keep it on top, draw it. Uptick with Teferi. Play lands. Play Chart a Course. Discard extra land. Go to end of turn. Untap 2 lands. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nexus again. You can scoop, OP. Time is precious. Alright. Use Search for Ascana. Find Nexus. Great. Draw with Teferi. Great. Play land. Alright, and they scooped! Yay! We did it! We 3 and 2'd. I think we got a little bit unlucky, especially in our first match, where the opponent also took forever for some reason. But yeah, this deck is nice. It definitely preys on some of those more aggressive decks. Does have a little bit of a harder time versus Mono Blue Storm and Control, but well, you guys got to see the power and the quote-unquote fun of Nexus of Fate plus Teferi. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at some constructed instead of some M19 draft. I don't know if that was a great showing. Maybe this wasn't the most exciting deck. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I might try out the Mono Blue Storm deck next week. But for now, that's Kenji, NumottheNummy, Egashira out for MTGO Traders on their channel. Don't forget to watch all of their other content and all of my other content on the MTGO Traders YouTube channel. You can also catch me streaming every weekday on twitch.tv/NumottheNummy. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.
Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome MTG content just like this. And make sure to tap the bell icon to be notified whenever a video is made live. If you want to keep watching content, here are 2 more videos for you. This video and many others are sponsored by MTGO Traders and Cape Fear Games. Buy and sell digital singles to build your online collection today with MTGO Traders, and get your paper singles, accessories, and much more from Cape Fear Games. Whatever your Magic needs, both places have you covered.